Well, greetings from Mallows Bay down here in Maryland. It's the largest site of shipwrecks in the Western Hemisphere. More about that in a bit. Yeah, so we are finally here. Been wanting to come here for a while down here in Maryland. It's all the way down south of DC along the Potomac River. Kind of in the middle of nowhere here in Maryland. Yeah, but not gonna yap too much here on the shore. Gonna get the kayak, get my life vest on, got the sunscreen on. Let's get out there. I'll talk more about it. Why there's just the largest collection of wrecks here in the Western Hemisphere, why they're here at Mallows Bay. But let's get out there first. You saw the one out there right away at the beginning of the video. All right, let's get out there. Let's quit talking and get out there. Yep, so there's our kayak. It'll be the first time we use it this spring, but they got a nice little, I would call it a little kayak ramp type thing out there, so let's get out there. All right, so I've got you mounted up on the tripod. It's a bit bouncy out here, but off in the distance is the first shipwreck. There's hundreds of them out there. There's a total of 230 shipwrecks out here altogether, or ships. Most of them are under the bay here, or the river. This is the Potomac River. So the water is like super choppy out here. A little bit sheltered right here at this spot, but right behind me, and all these bushes, is one of the shipwrecks. That's what most of them look like out here. Some of them are just barely above the surface that you can see them. And there's that one at the beginning that I think I'll show you. If I didn't insert that clip yet, I will. You can see the main one. It's still mostly made of metal. But over 100 of these ships were just made of wood. They're like wooden steamships. They were built for World War I, for like the merchant fleet, but by the time the war was over, they were already obsolete. So nobody wanted them, including the US Navy. So let me turn myself around here again. We'll show you this one right here. Yes, right here is the one. Up there you can kind of see the ribs of the boat poking out a little bit. Out there is that cool one. It's all made of metal. Actually, there's one right out there. It's all covered in trees and brush and stuff. Because I'm floating away from this one. Let me swim a bit closer to those bare bones. There you can see a bunch of iron pins and it looks like giant nails. Used to hold the ship together. So some metal parts to it. Up there's another one. And what looks like to be an island up there is another ship. I think there's actually one right over there. So pretty cool. Yeah, once again, there's looking out those big like iron bolts. You can kind of see it underneath the water there. As we swim right up to it here, whoops. You should be able to see parts of it there. My kayak gets kind of caught. Yeah, here I'm holding on to a chunk of the metal here. Here's some of the old wood. There's giant pins or nails. Yeah, let me grab hold of one of them over here. That's pretty cool. Alright, yeah, I did have the tripod set up, but it is pretty choppy out here. Alright, I think I'm gonna head that way. I think there's one over there that's a little bit more sheltered that we can check out. But it's beautiful out here. There's bald eagles and all kinds of stuff out here. I was hoping to be able to get up to that ship way out there real close, but we'll see. I'll at least zoom in on it for you. Either I already have or I will at some point, but man. Alright, so I've kind of pulled up into this other shipwreck, and once again you can see all the giant, I guess, I'm not sure what the correct term is, pins or nails or whatever. Kind of just kayak right up into them, sticking out of the ground. And of course they outline the ship. There's some right here, and then you can see some whole row of them out there. This is the ship. And you got some bushes and things growing in it. You can kind of see the wood underneath maybe as we float away from it. Yeah, I just saw an osprey flying around too, but man, it's difficult to film out here and kayak and all that too. But yeah, another old ship. Yeah, this shipwreck here makes a nice little break from the swells out there. Kind of sheltered here, and the kayak doesn't move around so much. I think I was gonna take a break here, rest. We'll see if one of those eagles or ospreys shows up again. But yeah, it's amazing out here. You know, it's one of the places you dream of coming to and checking out. And the day I come, it's kind of windy. Yeah, because out there in the open water, at first it was a little but then you get kind of used to it. All right, let's see if one of those eagles or ospreys shows up again. Pretty amazing out here. Oh yeah, I mean, thank you to my viewers and my Patreon supporters. You know, otherwise I would never be able to come out here and do amazing stuff like this, see these places. So thanks. Of course, while I'm chilling here by this one shipwreck, you can talk a little bit more about what happened. Because I said, like, after the war, the Navy didn't want them because they were obsolete, and no one else really wanted them, so some salvage company bought them. They just kind of hung around for a while, I think down in Virginia somewhere. Got moved around several times. And then I think in 1925, they made it here to Mallows Bay. Here, some of them have obviously stayed. Well, all of them have stayed. Once again, that's just pretty awesome. You can see the old, you can see the frame of the ship showing up down near the bottom. Like I said, about 100 of them, about 100 of the 230 were made of wood. Even the wooden ones had metal parts to them. All right, I got you mounted back up on the tripod here for a little bit at least. It's not so choppy back here. I feel a bit safer having the camera on the tripod. Kayak here a bit together. Yeah, so the company Bethlehem Steel eventually came here and salvaged, like the ones that were made of metal, they salvaged that metal. And at some point the others were just burned. And the remains still sit here. But there's a ton of them buried underneath the water here. It's kind of hard to see just how many there are just kayaking on the surface here. But if you look at a satellite image, you can see them all under the water. So I think I'll go ahead and show you a few satellite images so you can see just how many there still are out here underneath the water. Yeah, so as you can see by the images, there's a lot of them out here. You know, some of them are way out there like little islands. Some are just underneath the surface. Like here's another one in front of us right here. Might still be the same one that we were at. You can see all the metal poking up out of the surface of the water. Here's even one, we switched the kayak over here. Even straight ahead, you can see more metal poking up out of the water. That's another one over there. Here's a whole other set of those iron pins, man. It's like a skeleton sticking up out of the water. These beautiful purple flowers. I think these are invasive though. And just over there, you can see a wooden, I hope that's showing up. There's some wooden remains back there of a ship, it looks like. Yeah, it's just beautiful. You got the flowers, even though I think those are invasive, but yeah, it's just amazing with all the, like I said, it's like a skeleton. Some giant beast that died here, you know, hundreds of years ago, and it's just a skeleton sticking up out of the water. You know, there's that big one out there. Yeah, and there's like the island out there is another one. Just amazing. All right, so I see an osprey out there. I'm gonna try and zoom in on it for you. I gotta do that. Well, floating away from my anchor here. I gotta turn you off and see if I can do that. Let's see if I can do it here. Let me get back to you though. All right, we'll see how this works. My kayak is bouncing around quite a bit. He's out there. You can see him. Well, that footage was probably pretty awful, but I'll try to salvage what I can from it, but kind of try to find some security here from the swells along this shipwreck here. Well, not security, but a place where the kayak won't bounce around so much, but yeah. All right, let's keep going. Here's another one. You got big piece of it poking up out of the water there. Once again, you can see all some of the iron pins in there as we float right towards it. Yeah, quite a bit of wood. Let's go up that way. There's quite a bit of wood up there. Take a look at all this. I don't want to go into it. Oh, here we go. We grab a hold of it. Here. Wow, this is cool. I'm like holding on to the shipwreck. You can see the metal, this metal stuff, and original wood. Pretty awesome. And a cedar tree in front of me here. There's another look at that section. Just fascinating. Goes all the way down. And then over there's another one you can kind of see. Yeah, right up here, two more. You can probably see some wood on the top of that one. It looks like an island, and another island, but those are two ships. Two shipwrecks. Let's see if we can kayak right through the middle there. Alright, so I got you back on the tripod again. It's right in front of us. Oh, there's two shipwrecks. Let's see if we can go right between them. Swells aren't too big back here. They got like full-size trees growing on them and everything. Kayak between two ships. Or what used to be ships. Kayak right into the bushes. This is pretty cool. Yeah, on either side of me is an old ship from, what, 1918, I guess, when the war ended. Over 100 years old. Yeah, let's scooch you over here. I don't know if you can see all the pins sticking out of the water, the old iron pins back there, down there. That's pretty neat. Yeah, so once again, here we are right next to all these metal skeletons, metal bones sticking out of the water, going all the way up. Maybe you're tired of seeing them, but I just think they're pretty cool. You can reach out and touch them, touch on history. In my kayak paddle. Alright. Well, I'm not sure where I'm going to go from here. We do got to kayak all the way back. Pretty sure that's another one straight ahead too. So remember looking at the satellite image, they're just lined up like this. This is where they're parked. Yeah, I can see the metal. I want to take you over here actually. You can kind of see the tip of one. If you can see straight ahead, you can see the what they call the front of the boat, or the keel. My boat terminology is not good. See that wood right in the middle of the screen there. You can still see some of the wood there. Oh wow. Oops. Yeah, you can see all the bare bones. You can see how it looks like it's burnt. Up there's even like a steel cable, which we're floating away from. Up there was like the front of the boat. Now we're getting away from it. Let me kayak back up there. That steel cable I was talking about. And up there you can see the front of the boat. Man, tons of those metal pins sticking up out of it. And then there's another one. Yes, this is just absolutely fascinating. Yeah, when I first got out into the bay there, I was a little concerned because the water was choppy and I was like, man, I can hardly film out here. But now when you get back into these back areas, he just quiets down. You can really get up close, like I am right now. Yeah, here's the front. There's the big metal piece in the front. Wow. All right, time to start heading back. Got one more place to visit today. No rush. I got a date with some, hopefully with some fossil shark teeth. We'll see. That's just about 6 miles down the road though. But it'll take us a little bit to kayak back. Back out into the open. Of course, there's ships all out there too. That's cool. Off to the left there, you can see that piece of ship just poking up out. Waters are a little calmer too, which is nice. And that osprey is still out there. Alright, there's that one ship that was way out there. It's about as close as I'm gonna get. That's pretty way out there yet. These swells are something else out here. Alright, so that was pretty awesome. It was actually pretty intense too. When I was trying to get to that bigger ship, that big metal one, man. Yeah, I would have liked to get closer, but the swells were just so big out there. And I didn't want to get knocked up against the other the ship and stuff. Because at one point, because there's shipwrecks are all underneath there, and at one point the kayak got snagged on one, and the swells were like nailing me. That was a little nerve-wracking there for a few moments. So just decided best for safety and just to not get any close to that big ship. But if you come on a calmer day, you could probably kayak right up to it safely. But super awesome. Yeah, glad I got to see, kayak right up to his other ones. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it was a great time. All right. As I said before, thanks to you guys, my viewers and my Patreon supporters and everybody for allowing me to come to places like this. So if you get the chance to get out there in a kayak, it's pretty awesome. All right. I'm actually at my next location here. So I will see you then, hopefully. Thanks for watching.